Thank you, Katie. The war in Ukraine is claiming more lives. It was supposed to be a day of temporary ceasefire in Mariupol. Instead, Russian warplanes hit a children's and maternity hospital there. Ukraine's president says some of the victims are children. He continues to beg NATO for that no-fly zone over Ukraine. But the U.S. is hesitant to make any move that could trigger a wider war with Russia. Meanwhile, there's new concern over the Russian-occupied Chernobyl nuclear power plant. Ukrainian officials warn there could be a radiation leak.
Now, you look at all those images, just imagine how you'd feel if you had loved ones who were in that region. That's what one San Antonio family is going through. They were so desperate, in fact, that they took a flight to Europe to get their parents out of Ukraine. But they're telling us that getting their parents to safety is a lot harder than they thought.
Вот так мы живем, идем наш с мамой бункер.
This is the reality for people in Kyiv. A bunker lined with jars of food and a small place to sleep. Despite those conditions, Natalia Bryant says her parents were determined to stay.
My father didn't want to leave his country. It's my house. It's fifth generation lives in this house.
She and her husband, Tim Bryant, spent a week trying to convince her parents to cross into Poland before they finally agreed. And then they had another problem, making it through this long line of people in freezing temperatures.
They were standing like 7 hours in a row, and it was really super fast, according to what I hear from other people. Some people standing there like 16 hours, -4 on the street, people with kids, old people.
They were standing there in the cold, and they were saying like, yes, this is hell, sucks.
By then, Natalia and Tim were on a flight to Poland. Natalia's parents crossed the border with nothing but the clothes on their backs and a few bags. Now Tim and Natalia are trying to get them safely to San Antonio, even asking the U.S. Embassy for help.
They basically say, okay, now we have to process the application. They said that process takes 2 to 3 months.
In the meantime, Tim and Natalia are renting rooms and buying food for her parents, and they're trying to raise more funds. They're hoping people pressure lawmakers to send more help overseas.
The biggest thing that we say is just, contact your representatives, contact your congressmen. There needs to be something done.
The Bryant family is also trying to help another San Antonio family reunite with a relative who escaped Ukraine. So far, more than 2 million people have left that country since this started.